Today I'm going to be talking about how to get a good selfie while you're kayak fishing, paddleboard fishing. Not as easy as you think. Most guys will sit there, catch a nice fish, sit there, take a picture, lay the fish down there in the craft itself, take a picture, which is okay. Sometimes you want that picture of you holding the fish. There's a way to do it. It does take a little time to actually learn how to do it and do it well. So I suggest do like I'm doing today. Set your kayak or paddleboard up in the yard, get your camera, and you're going to need a camera mount up front. Generally I use a front mount up front. I use Scotty's, there's Ram, there's Yak Attack, all kinds of different kind of mounts that you can use. But get a good one, get your camera. You're going to need a time setting, and a lot of these cameras you can set them to go off 5, 10 seconds, whatever it may be, and then take the picture. Okay, like I say, catch my fish. This is my fish for the day. If I hook that thing on the lip, I can let it actually swim beside me. As long as there's no bull sharks around, you're usually pretty well okay. The thing will swim around. It's going to do a lot better there than on my on top of my kayak. So I keep that swimming around. I can go up front, turn on the camera, click the button. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, and the thing usually flashes and it gets quicker and quicker, and you got to know how long it is and how the camera works, and they're all a little bit different. And then I take the fish, lift it out of the water beforehand, and get that picture. Click. I put it back in the water. I release it, or if you're going to keep it, you can throw it in your bag. But if you're going to release them, I strongly suggest having a lip grip. Also, another thing, if you're going offshore, you're catching big fish, and let's say you catch a wahoo, you definitely want to get a good shot of wahoo. And it's okay to have the wahoo laying in there, but you holding a wahoo can be a great shot. Sometimes your buddies may not be close enough to you at that time, but if you do want it, same thing. I would use the grip. I'll grip it in the mouth. The thing has some teeth. Hold it and still while I got the camera ready. Generally, you're going to keep the wahoo in anyway, so yeah, you could actually throw it in your kayak or on top of your paddleboard. And let's see, yeah, I just happen to have a wahoo laying around here. It's the wounded wahoo. Now, it's a little more trickier when you got a bigger fish. You want to make sure it captures into the frame of the camera. So you're going to sit there, I'm holding that fish out like this. I want to make sure it's all in the frame. Sometimes you might have to angle that fish. You might have to angle like this to fit it in. But if you know what the boundaries are of your camera, that really does help. So you might take a stick, a 2x4 or something of certain length, a 4-foot 2x4, hold it up and use that to represent the fish. So you can know you're getting that fish into that camera. So it's not really hard to do, but it does take some practice. If you wait till you get in the water to try it, the chances are you might screw up the shot. So practicing in your yard really is going to give you a big advantage. Now when you're on a paddleboard, you even got a bigger advantage, because usually many times you're standing up, so you got a lot more area to cover. Those situations, I'll usually get down on my knees in front of the camera, hold that fish out. Okay, it narrows the area that you're trying to capture. So filming from a paddleboard is a lot more difficult than filming from a kayak or taking pictures, but it can be done. Practice is the way to do it. As you can see, it takes a few times. Don't be afraid. Try different angles, try different settings, and then before you go and upload, or before you put everything away, go ahead, upload the photos, take a look, make sure there might be something you need to correct. So before you put everything away, take a look at the photos, see how they came out, see the ones you like, practice a few more times until it becomes kind of like a habit. So those times when you're out on the water, you do get those great shots, you want to capture them, whether it be on a kayak or especially a paddleboard. It is challenging, but it can be done. A little bit of practice always helps. That way there, and you're going to capture that money shot. So get out there, take some great photos, and this is Pete Hink. Appreciate you watching.